Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So, I think you've done this before, but I always like to remind people um, if something doesn't make sense now that she says, just keep it in mind because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. And this is not an exact science. Sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. They won't give me all the details. They'll give me just enough so you should know what she's referring to. So, I'm going to talk to your mom today. She's coming up tapping me on the shoulder. It's my left shoulder. It doesn't have to be the left shoulder, but sometimes they're exact, sometimes they're not. She's just poking me, poking me, poking me, poking me. Like somebody trying to get your attention, like being a pest. So you should feel that on your shoulder. And we don't have these fingers anymore, so it could feel a little bit different. Sometimes it'll feel like a needle sticking me when they really want my attention and I'm trying to ignore them. Sometimes they get pretty harsh. And if it does hurt, just tell her, hey, that's a little rough, calm it down a little bit. Um, it could just feel like a hot spot there, or something that, like a bug that you can't get off, or hair, but you'll probably feel the pressure of her trying to tap, 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 tap on your shoulder. When she gives you any signs, validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more if you want her to. That's totally up to you, your free will choice. And then I'll go, you said something about the dogs acting funny, and you just had a baby, right? Oh, let me make sure I'm looking at the right person. Okay, both of those. Small children and animals. See them, hear them, acknowledge them, because nobody's told that dog yet, you can't be seeing her. She's not real anymore. And the baby's the same way. Until usually when children get to be around 9 or 10, and then they start realizing, ooh, if I talk about this, I see my grandma, that people are going to think I'm crazy. So then they go and start shutting it down. So watch the baby, especially as it gets a little older and starts interacting more. You might see it looking at the wall, laying there cooing and whatever, and just start laughing because your mom will be playing with the baby. Oh, she just went like that to me. And that's easy for me to feel with my spiky hairspray here. And so the baby will have no problem seeing her, hearing her, because it doesn't know. People think that's wrong. And even as the baby grows up, have you ever seen a baby just sitting up and maybe with a cookie or something in their hand, and it's like they're offering it to the air, like they're offering you a bite, but they're not pointed at you. They're Because she just did it again, like that. It's like I can feel the whole hair moving all the way down when she does that. So watch as the child grows up. It will be interacting with her because she's really close, really close. She's hugging and kissing on it. And she just did it again. And she sits in the child's room and she hums lullabies very softly. So you could possibly, if you have a baby monitor in there, or if you're just walking by the room, she just did it again. Well, she's not pecking. She's just touch, touch. Over here, she was pecking at me. So anyway, you might hear a soft humming. It could sound like a little shriek. It depends on if she gets her vibration in the right level where you can hear it. So know that your baby is divinely protected, divinely guided. And she's still sitting there just humming, just so peaceful. And the baby knows she's there. And so does the dog. So if you see your dog, let's just say it's sitting in the living room and it looks at the wall or looks at the corner of the room. Seems like corners a lot. Don't know why. And it just starts wagging. It's sitting there and just starts wagging its tail. And there's no reason for it to be wagging its tail. Know that that'll be your mom. The dog recognizes your mom. So he doesn't feel threatened. Some of them will bark at him. Or there might not be anybody in the house, no noise, no nothing, and the dog might jerk its head up and just look. Cats are fun because, cats jump up on the wall. Spirits they'll go like this and mess with them, and get the cat to jumping around where it looks like it's chasing a fly on the wall or something, but there's no fly. And I love it that they can be so open because society can't shove down their throat that this is not real and you can't do that. As far as the anxiety, she's going like this. She goes, I absolutely do not want you to be sad when you think of me. I want you to be happy. I don't want you to think of those times. So whatever just popped in your head is one of those times. She wants you to stop thinking about those times like that. I made my mistakes. I could have done better. I should have done better. But I didn't. So don't make the same mistakes I did. Don't. Oh, and she just stopped. Okay, she's saying, so when you start getting anxious and it reminds you of the way she acted and you don't want to be that way and she doesn't want you to be that way, think about situations that she was in where she was like that and look at it like you're an observer. What could she have done different? What could she have done different to alleviate that a little bit or change the situation or not be so anxious or not start yelling, or what could she have done different? And then apply that to yourself. She says, break the chain. I always tell people they can help you more than you know. But I always tell people if Uncle Joe didn't have a pot to piss in, don't ask Uncle Joe when he's up there for help with financial stuff because he didn't understand how it worked here. So this is a perfect situation to ask your mother for help. You don't even have to ask out loud. We can talk telepathically. If you start getting those feelings like she got, ask her to come help you change that. Ask her to bring you some love energy. Ask her to bring you some peace. Because she totally understands how that feels and what she should have done different. Once we go up there, we get cleansed. And I always say they peel us like an onion. They peel all that heavy, anxious energy, anger, resentment, all those heavy negative feelings that we hang on to when we're down here. They peel that off of us and it cleanses our soul and spirit. So our vibration goes up like it's supposed to. And we're all light and bright again because we don't need those are earth feelings. We don't need those when we're up there because everything's beautiful. So anytime you start getting cranked up, at least I do, I get cranked up. You might want to buy a ring like this. I don't know if you can see it. It says just breathe. And actually, I just said this in the last reading that I did. Try some meditation type breathing. Breathing. Don't have to know anything about meditation. You don't have to do meditation, but breathe in through the nose real slow, hold it a couple seconds, and breathe out through the mouth. And do that 3 or 4 times. And it seriously helps calm you down. The extra oxygen is a big help, but just the calming of it. And then ask your mom to step in and help you with the energy. I think you'll be greatly surprised on how much she can help you. Again, she says break the chain. She says, you're so much better than me. You've got the tiger by the tail. The world is your mushroom. I don't know what that means. I've never heard that before. And you're perfect just the way you are. You keep thinking you need to do something more perfect, more better. Well, of course, we can all do better. Every aspect of our life, we can do a step up better in every single thing. She just told me I need to take a step up and improve my cooking. It's a good thing my husband will eat anything. I've never had one of them tell me that before. Thank you. She's right. Slap a piece of meat down on a baked potato and I'm good to go. That's cute. So anyway, ask her for help. And then just and not sit like this, like you're all guarded and all closed in and you've got your shield up. Oh, actually open up to what she can do to help you. She can bring you love energy. She can bring you calm energy. She can remind you to breathe. And when you do that breathing, and I actually have to write myself notes to in my ring. Oh, she wants me to show you my other ring. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on here. I'm not sure how to show it. It says on the outside, it says never give up, but on the inside, it says fucking. So it says never fucking give up. And I wear these 2 rings a lot. So she wants you to keep on plugging because she says you can lick this. And if the baby starts crying and being real fussy and it aggravates you a little bit, they all do. None of us are perfect moms. Of course they do sometimes. Nothing to feel guilty about. Ask her to step in and help. She says she will start singing the baby, humming the lullaby, because the baby's going to be used to her calm, loving voice. And do it again. Hang on, I don't know what she's doing. Well, she showed me the baby laying on its back and it's kicking its legs and it's cooing and it's gurgling, and smiling and flapping its arms. But it's almost like it's like the baby's naked. It's almost like she's changing its diaper, but I don't think that's physically going to happen. I mean, there's some things they can do, like some of my stuff keeps disappearing lately, and then every so often, 1 or 2 of the things will reappear exactly where I've been looking for it, and it wasn't there before. I mean, they can, but I can't see her actually changing a diaper. Maybe the baby's just gonna be laying there kicking and cooing, and that's what she's showing. But he looks kind of naked. Naked. Naked as a jaybird. And when you're asking mom for help, ask your guides and angels too. Give them permission if you want help. They cannot override your free will choice. I can sit here and hit myself on the head with a hammer, and there's not too much they can do about it. That's my free will choice. A dumb one, but it's my free will choice. So it's not too often that they can step in and actually change that. They can put things in your path to kind of help steer you away from that, like maybe a balloon next time, or Bob, my Bob up there, he'll show me, he's got a pool noodle, and he'll start whacking me over the head. It's like, man, at least it doesn't hurt. So ask them too, along with her. So it's not just her that you're giving permission to, you're giving permission to your little team. And when I get up in the mornings, when I remember, my team, I start with God, Jesus, Mother Mary, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, archangels, angels, guides, blah, 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 down to my Bob. So that's what I call my team. I have a huge team. Everybody has a team. So start with that team there, your guides and your angels and your mom. And it doesn't matter if you believe in them or not, but if you ask them and you give them permission, they will help if they can. So yeah, she's not going to be very far away from that baby, at least not for a while. But it's going to be very calm, loving energy that she has with the baby. Because we're all cleansed after we get there. With that, she's going to leave. She says she's going in to check on the baby now. Other than the poking and the finger in the hair, I don't think she really gave any other signs. I usually ask them for a few signs. Okay, my dear. Yeah, she's leaving. Much love to you. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later.